Hello guys, welcome to my channel, thenileshtech. In this video, we will learn about how you could change the permissions of your files and directories. This way you are protecting your environment, your files and your directories from being viewed by other users or being deleted by other users. Unix is a multi-user system. Every file and directory in your account can be protected from or made accessible to other users by changing its access permissions. Every user has a responsibility for controlling access to their files. Permissions for a file or a directory may be restricted by its types. There are three types of permissions: read, write, and execute. I'm sure you know read and write. What does it mean by execute? If it's a program or if a file itself is a script or a program, it has an X permission, which is executable. Now everybody is allowed to run a certain permissions. So if a user is allowed to run a program, they would have an executable permissions to it. A permission which is read, write, and executable can be controlled at three different levels. At a user level, which is yourself. At a group level, can be people in the same project or group or the same department. And third one is others, like everyone else. File or directory permissions can be displayed by the running ls-l command. So you will see here at the first column, you will see R, W, and X. The first bit shows that it's a file. The next three bits shows it has a read, write, and executable permission by the user. The second three bits are for the group and the third three bits are for the others. Command to change the permission is chmod. At lot of times it also referred to as a chmod. So let's look at our Linux machines. So this way I will better explain to you how permissions works. Again, the first step you always do is to check who you are. You are yourself, which directory you are in, and you are in your home directory. And when you do ls, this command will show you documents and folders and files, but it's not gonna show you the details whether it's a directory, what permission it has, or what's the size of it. So what's the option we use? I'm sure you know this by now. ls-l or ltr or whichever you prefer. So when you do ls-l, you will see the listing of all files with all its details. Now let's pick one file. Let's pick, we'll pick Jerry. We also use the option ls-l Jerry. Here you will see the first bit right here, dash. This one refers to as it's a file. The second three bits referred to as read, write, and execute. Now this shows the user Nilesh, which is myself who created this file, has only read and write permission. I do not have executable permission. It means this file is not a script. That's why it does not have an executable. If it was a script, then it would have X to it. So I have myself and I have read and write permissions to this file. The second is the group who owns it, who has a permission is right here in is RW and again dash, which means the group also have read, write, and dash. And the last one is others. These last three permissions are that the others can only read this file. They cannot write to it or they cannot delete to it. So these are the permissions at the level of the user, group, and others. Now let's take the command to change these file permissions. The command to change the file system is chmod. So I'm going to use chmod command, and wanted to do right now is I want this group to not have the W, the write permission. So I will do is G as a group minus W and the file name Jerry. So what I'm telling the operating system is remove the write permission from the file name Jerry. So once I execute that, it will give me a prompt back. And when I do ls-ltr Jerry, and you will see right here now there is no write permission. So anyone in the group Nilesh cannot write to this file. They could still read it, but they cannot write to it. Now I want to remove the read permission from everyone. So the command to do that is chmod. And if you wanted to do for everyone, then you will use A as for all minus R. And which file are you working on? You are working on Jerry. So hit enter and you do ls-l and Jerry. You'll see no one has read permissions. Now we only have the write permission by the user Nilesh. I want to remove that permission as well. So what do? Chmod. And now which option am I going to use? I am going to use U as user. Remember, we have three different groups, three different ways we could change it right here. Each permission can be controlled at three levels, U, G and O. So I am going to use U as because U as myself minus W. Jerry. How do I verify it again? You do ls minus L Jerry. And there you go. Now you could tell by looking at this file that it has no permissions. So even myself, if I wanted to delete this file, I cannot delete this file. Let's look at rem to remove a file, Jerry. It will say remove write protected regular empty file. It is giving me the warning sign that this is written protected. If I say yes, then it will remove it because since I am the owner actually. But it does give me a warning sign. So I don't want to remove it. I will just say no. And then if I wanted to read a file, you could use the command cat, which I will cover later on. But for this lesson, I will just tell you, Jerry, you could do the read and I will see it says permission denied. Why is that? Because I don't even have a read permission to read the file. So I wanted to give back all these access, all the permissions that I had at the beginning. Right here is the file and I wanted to give back all the permissions. So let's start with the first user, chmod, and the user is U. And I want to give plus because I'm adding permission. I'm going to give read and write and Jerry. Let's see if it has the permissions that I want. Yes, it has it. Now I wanted to give this group the same thing. So what do? By the way, you could run up arrow key to go back to the last command that you typed. So this, in this case, will just replace U with G. Hit enter. Let's check it again. And there you go. The user has it read write. The group has it read write. But others don't have anything. Well, when we created the file, other had the read permission. So I wanted to assign to others as well. So the command to do is chmod others plus read Jerry. Let's try it again to see if it worked. Now we got all the permissions back. Now this same command works on a directory, works on a link and works on a file. You could use any one of them. So these are the three permissions that you could see. You have this permission column, the first column in your ls minus L output. This will tell you what kind of permissions you have. Now what if a directory has this executable right here? Does that mean the directory is a script? No. The reason it means X here is because you could cd into that directory. That's why you have X in the directories. So if you have this directory called templates, I could do cd templates and I could do actually get into the templates directory. Now let's go one step back. And now I want to take away the permissions for everyone, not allowed to go into that directory. So what do is change mod. I want everyone. So a minus executable templates. So now when you do ls minus L, you will see this directory has read write but no executable. Read write, no executable. Read, no write, no executable. So can I cd into that directory now? I don't know. Let's see. Cd templates permission denied. Alright, why? Because we don't have executable right to that directory. We have to have executable right to cd into that directory. So let's assign the permission back. Chmod a plus x templates and let's check again. And you will see the templates as executable, executable and executable. Let's cd into templates and here we go. This is how you could protect your files and directories from being manipulated or being deleted even by accident. I hope you understand the use of file permissions in Linux and we can modify permissions by using chmod command. See you in the next video.